Welcome back! Today on Dialed In DIY, we're making some great reusable glow sticks that have no fluids, chemicals, and are completely safe and easy to make. These are solid glow sticks that you can use over and over again for many years to come. In fact, just expose it to some bright light, and it'll give off a nice glow for quite a long duration. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to start with a cardboard tube from a clothes hanger. You can use any tube of a similar size. I just like this because it's about the same size as a glow stick. So we're going to cut them down to 5-inch segments and get ready to add the glow. The key item to making these awesome glow sticks is this glow tape. It's actually a glow vinyl. It's a PVC based product, and you want to look for the one like this Ace Glow that actually was designed for emergency exit marking because it's bright and it lasts a long time once it's charged. This particular roll is 1 inch wide. You want to measure off a piece the same length as your tube, and you'll notice there is this cover on the back. I'm peeling it back halfway and then sticking the tape down the edge of the tube. I then pull off the rest of the backing on that tape and roll it around and make sure there's no bubbles. You may have already noticed that it didn't cover all the way around the tube, and I knew that was going to happen, so you just have to cut a second piece and repeat that same process. Stick with me through the video because in a little bit I'm going to show you how this compares to that glow duct tape that's on the market, and at the end of the video I'm actually going to show you some additional projects that you can do with reusable glow products. Technically, with your stick completed like this, you're done. However, I like to dial it in a little bit more and I want to add some extra decorative trim. So I've got some different duct tapes and foil tapes, and I'm going to cut some 1/4 inch strips that we're going to wrap around the ends. Like I said, this is actually kind of an optional extra touch, but I do really like the way it covers up the rough edges and gives it a nice, clean, professional finished look. These things charge off anything that emits some kind of UV light, and I've been working under fluorescent lighting, and even with just a slight dimming of those, you already start to see the glow that comes off of it, so you know it's going to work out really well for you. The basic glow stick complete, I wanted to let you see what it looks like with just a subtle charge from my distant shop lights. It glows pretty good already. You know what? I think we can actually dial this design in a little bit more though. So the next item on my list are these foam earplugs. It's perfect to put in the ends of the tubes to give them a nice clean finished closed off appearance. Just roll them up in your fingers. It helps to scrunch them down just like you were going to put them in your ears, and once it's inside the tube they expand back out and they hold really well. If you want a little bit more of a solid feel and appearance to the end cap design, you can actually grab some of these 3/8 inch button plugs. These fit perfectly in the ends of these tubes. If you want to add some kind of a hanger or maybe a string so that you can use it like a necklace, you can grab some of these 3/8 inch dowel pins to put in the end because it gives you a perfect opportunity to make a little extra attachment. I mentioned before that any source of UV light will give these a good charge. The closer you get it to the light, the faster and stronger it'll get there, and if you use a black light, you'll get it there really quick. So for the last bit of tips and tricks, we're going to decorate those end caps a little bit more and make things a little bit more secure in our complete construction. So my first step in painting the wood plugs was to take some of these thumbtacks and push them through a piece of cardboard. Once I had enough of them pushed through there, I flipped the cardboard over, took all the wood plugs and stuck one on each thumbtack. With this kind of setup in place, you can paint them however you want with your spray paint or other paints and not have to worry about the wood pieces sticking directly to the cardboard. As a final production step, I glued all of my end plugs in so that they wouldn't come out during use. I used regular craft glue for the earpieces, and the wood pieces were all put in with hot glue, and they held really well. If you want to add a hanger, just use one of those dowel pins, put a hole in the side, and then push it down in one of the ends of the tube, and you are good to go. Oh, let's take a look at our options for making these things glow. The manufacturer recommends giving good exposure to light for about 30 minutes to make sure they're fully charged. You can also use a black light, and actually running them with the black light on gives a really neat extra glow effect. The really nice thing is the immediate afterglow from a full charge is a really bright glow stick, and that's exactly what I wanted to accomplish. It will start to slowly dim after a few moments, but you get the initial strong afterglow for a good 30 minutes. The great thing about these glow sticks is every time they get a little extra exposure to light, they get a little extra recharged. So if you've got one on a child when you're out on Halloween, just hit it with a flashlight and you get it recharged. Paired it side by side with the duct tape that glows, and it really did work a lot better than the duct tape. You might remember in a previous video, I made a combination glow stick and party light. Well, I brought that back out and tested it against my new glow sticks. So these new sticks were far superior in terms of total brightness and duration of effect. So if you like the idea of making reusable glow projects, feel free to check out some of the other links in the description below. You can see other reusable glow sticks I've made, glow slime, ways to make glowing pumpkins, and much, much more. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, the glow sticks I made in today's video cost me less than 50 cents each. Thank you very much for taking the time to stop by Dialed In DIY today and watch my video. If you liked it, please let me know with a thumbs up. I'd love it if you'd subscribe while you're here, and if you have some thoughts about the video, I'd love to hear about them in the comments section below. Feel free to browse my playlists for prior videos, and come back in the future. There'll be plenty more Dialed In DIY to come.